is the care of the earth related to my faith? Over the past year, my heart has been moved to answer that question in two ways. Both are an expanded definition of neighbor and Jesus' call to love one's neighbor as yourself. Sheltering in place introduced me to several feathered visitors to my garden, a couple pair of oak titmouse and numerous hummingbirds. I've had time to not only watch them, but to observe their relationship with our two cats. Not surprisingly, both are very aware and in verbal conversation with each other when they are together outside. But what has opened my heart is the amount of time each type of bird spends on branches or resting in pots near our windows, looking in at us. Daily they make their presence known, and special moments pass as God's feathered, furred, and hair-covered creatures share rapt attention and conversation. This, in addition to the time I've spent on Zoom getting to know so many four-legged family members, have expanded my loving. Not only the domesticated, but also the untamed critters of the earth have moved from visitor to neighbor in my heart. The second way I've redefined neighbor has to do not with space, but with time. This last year has powerfully brought home the ways in which humanity is one. We share many more similarities than differences, including that we are all wounded and in need of healing. Some of the wounds we carry are our own, but others we can't help but now know stem from centuries in the making. Indigenous people have long understood that we are inextricably connected to community, but a community that transcends time. We are each the inheritor of our ancestors' love or lack thereof of neighbor. So how does care of the earth relate to love of neighbor? The Iroquois make decisions on behalf of the 7 generations coming so that they may enjoy what we have today. What do we enjoy today that might even be relevant to a 7th generation of feathered, furred, or hair-covered neighbors? It's the land we live on, the clean air we breathe, and the water we need for the survival of life as we know it. The only neighborly thing we can do for them is preserve their inheritance. Given our current climate crisis, I am happy to serve on Valley's Earth Care team. What we are now fighting for is each other. I believe we will all have to put some serious skin in the game if we want what we love to survive. Wendell Berry says it's impossible to live harmlessly, but when we ignorantly, greedily destroy our inheritance, which is also that of our children and the future generations, it's not just a sin, it is desecration. Our relationship to the earth, the land, is the basis of our relationship to community and to each other.